was gonna say, should I dress up like a black guy?
Yeah.
A lot of the girls. Okay, cause like I remember the like Seal Mart Association's play ball, and they had like a Great Gatsby thing. That one was so fun, seeing all the fun.
Yeah. Like, when we do start.
Yeah.
I'd be like. Whatever, but with the idea of like. That's what I like. Yeah, but it was like. Short sounds. Yeah. Interns, and we read through his.
All right, thanks everyone for your patience. Looks like we can go ahead and get started.
Ready?
Get started now. So today is May 21st, 2026, and this is the meeting for the Salem Cultural Tourism Promotion Advisory Board. And the time is now 6:10 p.m. I'll go ahead and start with the roll. Carly Wright, Chair.
Here.
Anton Cobb, Vice Chair. Here. Roger Williams, I do not see. Aaron Zeisett
Is remote.
is online. Aaron? Can you hear us?
Yes, I couldn't get to the unmute. Sorry.
Good, great.
Welcome.
Welcome. Betsy Vega is not here. Christy Reed.
Here.
Alicia O'Shea.
Here.
Moses Keener.
Here.
That'd be everybody. So we have 5 of 8. We have 6.
Yeah. We have 5 in person.
There we go. That's it. 6.
Yes.
6 of 8 are in sense. All right. Turn the time over to Chair Carly Wright.
We have for approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? Any discussion? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. So we've got our typical year.
Which I didn't put in.
You didn't put that in this time?
I didn't put in. It's on the list, but I didn't put it in.
That's okay. Does anyone have any questions about our typical year? We are currently in the kind of lull at the moment, because we just get to plan things and review things and set up things since our grant application doesn't happen until the fall. So, and of course, all the grants have been graded in that. So now we get to discuss how well we did. No one has any questions on it. We'll just get to the next thing. Approval of minutes for March 19th. Do I have a motion to approve?
Yes, sorry, I'm on board with that.
That's okay. Do I have a second?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, do I have any discussion? Do we have anything to discuss on it or correct or anything? If nothing, then all in favor? Aye. So that passes. Public comment. So anyone who's present who wishes to discuss something that is not on the agenda, if you have anything, let us know. Anyone online? Do we have anyone else online other than Aaron?
We have Lisa Joyce and Jay Downing.
Okay. Sounds like no public comment. So our items requiring action, our TOT survey went out. Chris sent that out. It looks like we got the results back, so we can all look at them. follows what's numbered page 6.
You okay? I just showed my.
There's water. If you
It
get water.
was, that's the.
And
Excuse me.
So 17 responses. How does that compare to last year?
24 last year,
Okay, so a little lower this year.
so yeah, a little bit lower. We had one outlier
Yes,
from an organization that didn't apply this year.
they didn't apply,
No.
but they completed the.
Survey.
Okay, then.
Hey,
That is good to know because
That could possibly be good.
That's.
so were they the ones?
yes,
Okay, thank you. I mean, just, being in space and how much space we give people to answer questions. I thought we gave enough space. They didn't use any space because they didn't fill it out at all. Okay, I'm glad to see our comments that the improvements that we have made to the application have been good.
8 out of the 17, you got a perfect 10 on, so.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty good.
yeah,
It was interesting though, because one of the, I changed a couple of the questions a little bit, just to tweak them.
yeah,
As far as wanting to know if if their organization had a new grant writer,
right.
just to be able to see if that impacted some of these responses or not. So if it was a challenge for the newer grant writers. There was only 2 that said they were new to the grant process. But all of them said they had plenty of space. Except for the outlier.
Except for that outlier. I won't apologize for wanting shorter, more concise answers.
And the outlier was the one that said that they had a challenge with completing the.
Okay.
Application as well.
Yeah. Which is maybe why they did not apply. If they are on this call or read anything, I do welcome them to contact us if they would like further support. I think it's many times has been said as we go through the application that anyone who needs assistance can contact you and ask questions. So
Yep.
I do put your services up there and welcome them to contact you. Yeah,
Yes, that aspect hasn't changed. This
Yes.
individual didn't receive a lot of handholding the first time the
Okay.
application that they submitted and through the reporting process. So, and they were new at the time as well,
yes.
but they've been around.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm glad to know that of those who completed it, that they shared that it has been good. A good experience, and we will continue doing that until everyone answers 10. Anyone else have any thoughts that they want to share?
Thank you to those who filled it out.
Yeah. Nothing else needed on that one then. Well, Chris, that brings it to you. Would you like to talk about our fund report?
Sure. So we're now in the month of May. We have. We're getting down to the last few months, 2 months worth of data and fiscal year left. Through April, TOT collections are at 3.6 million. Let's see, where's it? Is that, did I forget? I forget it. I think I forgot. I forgot to update last year's same time frame on this piece here. It's embarrassing. So what I'll do is the actuals are spent here for the year to date are good for current year, but last year's is missing a few months.
Okay.
So don't use that as an apple to apple comparison. I had gotten focused on where we're at with the top collections. Last year at this time, that's how I know is I didn't update last year's because last year's was 3.8 million. And above was showing at 2.6. So last year, same time, month over month, activities, we just have 3 more months left technically.
Yeah.
We're at 4.5% below where we were last year at the same time. And if our collections come in the same amount that we did last year for the remaining time frame, we'll be at about 3.5% below what we were last year, about 3.5% below what our budget target was.
Okay.
5.3 million. So we may come in around the 5.1 million to 5 million level, depending on how these next year goes. I was recently talking with Andy from Travel Salem as we were comparing notes on what we think the rest of the year will be. Trying to identify other events other than our normal events that take place in the year. If there's anything we're not really haven't been able to identify. So we think we're probably going to come in closer to that 5 million to 5.1 million. But all in all, given everything that's been happening in the world and the economy, it's not that bad. 1.5% off from last year.
Yeah, do you see, is Christy thinking about hotels? How is
For the hotels.
like attendance? Day-wide?
The occupancy, yeah,
Thanks, that's the word.
yeah, I mean, it's tough to be a hotel right now. And Travel Salem is doing, I mean, the team there with bringing in and moving and shaking has been amazing. With that being said, and it's interesting for me to see kind of, you know, to sit and listen kind of from outside the bubble, but inside the bubble. Because when we opened, like for instance, and I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but in 2005, when we opened the Grand, our rates were 129. And we still have groups 21 years later that are like, hey, yeah, you know, we'd like 129 or 140. So as far as like, you know, I mean, the negotiation of rates have definitely impacted, you know, these numbers. So as we're trying to get occupancy to increase, you have to find a balance and where the rates were last year and where they are this year, you know, it's like a bobblehead, roller coaster. So I would say that, the summer's looking good. Yeah, the sports, aspects of life, you know, Colin Box at CFC and Hoopla and
Softball.
thank you. God bless Billy Powers and who am I missing?
Oh, the key.
Yeah,
Key ones that drive along.
you know, all of that is really MPJ. That's
Oh, yeah.
tied at MPJ, which is now the home courts. I would say all of those cylinders are full throttle with working to you know, impact the community and you know, you have kids that were in stuff. You go and you not only buy a hotel room, but then you go and you eat and all of those prices have gone up. As well. So the number of families that come or they farm their kids out, you know, part of that is taken into account as well. But we've got some great things coming up this summer. Travel Salem's been great. Convention Center's full steam ahead and you know, so that should bring some hope for supply. Did that make sense? You're good? Yeah, and everybody's contribution to, you know, to that.
I mean, I got inside information on the Elsinore since I worked there, but I do know that the Elsinore, we announced 3 shows this week and we have next week, no shows announcing because it's a holiday week, but after that, there's more shows announcing. So there's it.
Yeah.
I just want to knock on wood because
I might have to check
You
that.
can talk later. I am here in a different capacity.
I will check that link, my link, and get those up on the board.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah, and I still, you're like, anything you want me to post on up on the screens in the lobby, it's great. I see people go, oh, Bonnie Raitt's coming. And I still put that up even though she's sold out. Just because I
So
want,
everyone can know how cool we are.
yeah, I do that. That's exactly it. I did that for John Heater too.
That's right. Next on us, do you have anything else, Chris, on our fund?
No,
No?
it's
Okay.
good to hear about, how things, or perspectives from the Talia side.
So, we received a number of operating grant reports and event reports and capital improvement reports, and all of those are in your packet, and I will let you read them all at your leisure. Unless you have any questions that we need to discuss on them, I think we are all good with that.
Yeah, as far as the year end is going, there are 18 outstanding event grants or
Oh, okay.
contracts that I still need to have final reports on. So Kelly has been sending out emails to the organizations, reminding them that we have until the end of June to get the reports in for any of the events that take place. So that we can just grant funds out to them.
Yeah, because they're not all things that take place in May and June.
No, they're not.
I know at least one of them is, but
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are, we know who they are, and
Yeah.
the rest of them, we're
little gentle
reminders.
Yeah.
Pending, I guess should we say funding expires June 30th, so if you wanna see
Yes.
your grant reimbursement, please put your reports in.
Definitely.
Respond to the emails that Kelly sent out.
Next, we have a roundtable discussion and appearance of interested citizens. So this is the opportunity for those who are joining us this evening to talk about what they've got going on. We want to start, where do we want to start? Online?
Should we start online
Sure.
with Jane Downey, Helping Hands Resources? What's happening in that realm of the world?
Good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm not there. Secor Park had an ivy pole this evening, so I am very sweaty and you are glad I'm not in the room. But at Helping Hands Resources, putting on Quiltopia, Oregon, we've already had newsletters going out. We've made contact with Christy at the Grand, such an incredible partner. We're so excited about that. We have we have our quilt that we are selling raffle tickets for, and it's beautiful, and folks are responding to that. And we're working on a lot of promotion already, plans for promotion. Our event is in November, the first weekend in November. So yeah, lots going on, and really excited about this year and working. I've been in twice to see the Travel Salem folks and talk to them about promotion. So it's very exciting. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Yeah, we're excited for it too, Jane.
Thank you.
Next online is Lisa Joyce from Willamette Art Center. It's happening in your neck of the woods.
Hello, everyone. Well, we're about to launch our summer session starting next Tuesday. We had a board meeting last week before, did all blends, and are moving forward with empty bowls, and it will be the traditional weekend before Thanksgiving. Always been a popular event. We'll be seeking sponsors and doing publicity, etc. And all in all, I'd say we had a really fantastic open house, welcome back open house on the 16th of May. Saw a lot of new faces, got to let people put their hands on clay, meet all of our instructors. It was a great event. And we just soldier on. Summer is a little slow for 8-week classes. So if you know somebody who doesn't get to go on vacation in the summertime, send them our way. And we'll give them an art vacation at the Willamette Art Center.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
That's
That's all.
That's all online. Yeah. So in-house, we've got
In
Janelle.
Sure. So, I'm Jenna Ingram, Oregon State Capitol Foundation. As if you've driven past Court Street lately, you'll see that the State Capitol is open. Very exciting. They opened up the plaza last week. I wanted to just point out some events that are coming up Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, May 26th, there is a State Capitol Plaza dedication event. And you may recall the front of the Capitol used to have a turnout there for buses and vehicles. That is all now very pedestrian friendly. That turnout is gone. There's just pavers there, and it's more conducive to foot traffic and to the people who have events at the Capitol. Now they can stand out front rather than be in that vehicle turnout. So that dedication is at 10 o'clock at the Capitol on Tuesdays, the day after your 3-day weekend. They come on out and celebrate. And then I'm very proud of the June 16th event. We are going to hang former Governor Brown's portrait in the Capitol right outside the Senate chambers. She selected an artist by the name of Robin DeMore, who is just amazing. If you have a chance later, Google Robin DeMore, D-A-M-O-R-E. She has her most famous work is a portrait of actress Nichelle Nichols. She was Lieutenant Uhura in Star Trek, but she's not Lieutenant Uhura. She is the actress Nichelle, and that is hanging in the Smithsonian, and it is just breathtaking. When I saw the portrait of Governor Brown, it was just beautiful. She did a wonderful job. That's going to be at no, it's not. It's going to be at 12 o'clock, just outside the House chambers on June 16th. And we'll get that taken care of and unveiled. There's going to be, she's asked for a number of things. There's going to be the 9th Poet Laureate from Oregon is going to read a poem that he wrote just for her. There's going to be a tribal blessing. There's going to be a musical selection from the name of the group is Ranger Great North. True North. Yeah. North. Thank you. And that was requested by the governor because Chris is a former lobbyist. And then there's a number of exhibits that are going to be displayed. The big question we've been getting is there's going to be a big, huge 250th celebration at the Capitol for the nation's birthday. And what was decided is there's going to be numerous events instead of just one big on the 4th of July. So on the 27th of June, there's a celebration of America's 250th anniversary. And that's going to be 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the Capitol Rotunda. And then that's a Saturday, so everybody can go. And then the following Saturday, or weeks later, I guess, July 11th, there's a celebration of the America's 250th, the concert on the grounds. And that's going to be very beautiful from 11 o'clock until noon on the Capitol Mall. Those concerts were very popular right before COVID. And we hope to see people out there and getting that return again. And wanted to point out too, I'm going to email these to Chris and to Kelly, but I just want to make sure that some of these get on your calendar early. August 22nd is Multicultural Day at the Capitol. That's 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Hispanic Heritage Day is September 12th, 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And then Oregon Bounty in October on the 3rd. And again, I'll get those mailed out to you, but it's just very exciting. I was telling Chris, just a lot of changes in the Capitol. There's a big, beautiful restaurant now that, takes place as a smaller coffee shop. The gift shop has been expanded. There is a huge welcome center that was sponsored by the Oregon State Capitol Foundation with interactive screens. You can touch a part of the screen that represents Eastern Oregon and it'll tell you what museums to visit or art galleries, and it just expands. It's just wonderful. Technology is awesome when it works, and those screens are just fantastic because you can plan on going to Central Oregon, you can just explore just standing in front of the screen and touching. So I hope you'll all take the opportunity to go and visit. I worked there in 1980 when I was about 23, and it's completely different from from what it used to be. There are skylights in the basement. You can, and I would love to have you hold one of your meetings in the, what's called now the concourse. It's the basement of the Capitol, but there are skylights from the basement. You can see the sky from the basement, so you don't feel like you're underground anymore. And it's just beautiful. The technology is fabulous, and we just, on behalf of legislative administration and the leadership and the foundation, just encourage you to come and visit. And if you want a tour, I'm happy to take you. I've worked there since I was very young, 46 years. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so just for your information to share, we have revitalized our cultural heritage intern program. So we have, on behalf of the cultural heritage groups, we recruited interns, interviewed a lot of them, matched them with what the cultural heritage groups need, which is everything from event coordination to some social media to one person is doing a bunch of archiving for the B-17 Alliance Museum over at the airport. So we have about 4 interns we've deployed so far, and then there's some more that'll be doing things in the summer and the fall, with probably about 9 total placed at the different organizations. So yeah, I'm happy to have that program back and can't wait to see what the interns help with. Our visitor guide for this year, the latest one is out. We do 120,000 copies. We spread it all out over the Pacific Northwest, and it's all available online, and most of you should have them at your organizations. If you don't and you want some, let me know, let any travel Salem person know, and we'll get you a box. We've been working out through the distribution. I think we're pretty close to being done, but if you need more guides or anything, let me know. And then we are doing I think you might have gotten an invite for this, the hospitality front desk training. This was Michelle Cordova with Willamette Heritage Center kind of wondered if we would help do a training. She's gonna host it. It's really just, for all their front desk staff to just help them promote each other, know how to do cross promotion, kind of walk through some scenarios. So we're gonna do that June 11th, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at Willamette Heritage. If any of you want to come to that or anyone wants to come, let me know. Sending some more reminders out to the cultural heritage organizations. Get as many people as you can. I want to come to that. And that's what I got.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like some tourist thing, month type thing too.
Yeah, well, so National Tourism Week is what they celebrate nationwide, but we make it Tourism Month because that makes sense. So every May is Tourism Month. So yes, happy National Tourism Week and Month.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Juliana Rowell from the Elsinore Theater. 2 things I'll highlight that are coming up, and one is next week, and I guess the best way I can describe how to find details, because it is a invitation, it's a free event but ticketed, so you do need to RSVP, but it's our 100th birthday, and we're really excited, and if you want to see any of the details, you can go onto the Salem Chamber website, and we're actually on the event calendar. You can just click a link there. That would be a good way to get to it. Otherwise, please let me know if you have questions. I can get you information. And then Tom approved that I did this. So also a very big deal. It's like, this is really big deal because it's an honor for the Elsinore to be kind of chosen and selected to have this event, but tickets go on sale next week, but it was officially announced today that the RuPaul drag race.
RuPaul Drag Race.
Wait, hold on.
Drag race. Okay, I was gonna
It
say
is RuPaul's Drag Race. I can't remember, it's work, but it's not spelled like
no,
work.
it's work with the. So it's
Yes.
called Boss Events Presents RuPaul's Drag Race Work the World News 2027. So it's this year's tour, and we are showcasing it. It's a pretty big deal. So when we were talking about hotels, I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna just pack it out. So you will be able to find information on that
Yeah, that did
Next
announce
week.
today.
Yeah.
The tickets go on sale next week, but they announced it
And
today.
what's the date of that?
The date of the
It's-
show is March
March 16th. So
16th.
it's not until next year, but
But
like
it's
that's how
gonna
far in
sell
advance
out.
they announced. It is a pretty big deal because
Yeah.
last time it was here, it was in Portland, so we kind of won
At
out
the
over
Keller, right?
Portland.
Yeah.
We do Portland to get that,
Um,
you know.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And then, I guess the other piece of information I'll share with you guys, just so you know, is that moving forward, we've done a lot of work on our exterior and it's looking really amazing. And then this year we're fundraising, moving forward with, getting the seats redone and the interior. And so just if you're talking with people and anyone is ever saying, oh, my butt hurts when I go to shows there. We're working on it and we're super excited, but that's where our fundraising will be going to for 26, 27. Thank you.
Anyone else? In my other hat, Press Play summer issue will be out the first week of June. So the next meeting I come to and see all you lovely faces, I'll have magazines. Although I probably will see some of you before then, and we'll be hand delivering. My very elaborate delivering system of myself. It is secretive, yes. Wow, I've got a lot of notes on my page, so I just had to figure out, wait, do we have any parking lot items? No, but there is one thing.
What's that?
Cause every year I get to form a committee that reviews our application to see if there's any improvements we can make on our application. And I just realized as I'm sitting here that we have a vacancy and one of the names of the people, did he resign or did he end? Did his term end?
Resigned.
Okay, thank you. We lost a member. That's okay, that means we have a vacancy, so if you know someone who would be a good fit for our board, then encourage them to apply. Yes, sorry, I'm all over the place here, guys. Back to the application. So usually we form a committee that can only have, how many board members can we have on? 2 to 3?
Unless you can't have a quorum.
Right, we can't have a quorum in our
So usually it's
other,
about
in our
three.
subcommittee. But usually it's a couple of board members and then community members, either like from the cultural organizations or the cultural facilities. So that we review the application and see if there's any improvements that we can make to help streamline it. So that we get all 10s next year when they fill out their survey. Would anyone, oh, I guess I have to like. Look at you. I have to have a vote to make a committee. So I would like to motion that we form a committee to review our application for improvements.
I'll second it.
What's that?
Tours.
Chris?
Tours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before you got here, he was talking about ice cream and coffee.
Yeah.
The parking lot item.
Oh,
I mean, we
okay.
don't always do this.
Shoot, okay, I
Then
rescind that.
before you got here, there was talk of coffee and ice cream.
Let's have coffee and ice cream.
Yeah.
Happy
It's called an
unicorns and
avocado.
stuff.
Can we do like an open house at someone else's house?
That's essentially what it
As
is. yes.
in, like the Elsinore's house or the Capitol's house?
Yes, this is what we would write.
Open the
We just got an invite from the
I
Capitol,
know, they did, right? Yeah,
and they have
How
a
is that?
cafeteria with
You guys
ice
do
cream
like
and
tours,
coffee.
you're talking about doing tours.
they're just not open at night though.
Oh,
We have a Keurig.
bottles of water and maybe popcorn and.
Yeah, and wine.
It doesn't have to be coffee, but just like
It has to be.
visiting all the places.
In the past, we've sometimes done like several, like gone from SAA to Carousel to Gilbert House. We could, we could hit
Can I-
several
can I-
places.
Make Chris sign that.
Field trip.
I have a 13-passenger van.
It's like rolling into the school bus.
Yeah,
Go ahead. So we can just have social gatherings, well, yeah, I guess if it's not in a I just know that there's rules on our meetings that
Yep.
they have to be accessible, so
Why don't you cover what might good work?
fill us in,
Could look
Chris.
like.
Like,
Yeah.
So we'd have to, it would have to be open to the public, so everybody,
Yeah.
it would be welcome to attend. We'd have to declare that it's not a Culture and Tourism Promotion Advisory Board meeting. So, there'd be no requirement
business.
for,
Yeah,
hybrid
okay,
video, and stuff like that.
okay,
We'd notice it. I'd have to get approval from the director, my director, for holding it as a tour.
okay.
But I'm willing to take that risk. And,
Thanks for risking it all for us.
and see about there's any organizations that would be willing to host a tour, like a little tour.
Kelly and Chris will be happy to
Kelly and Chris will
coordinate that.
coordinate that.
Would it be during like the evening again, similar time?
Yeah, I think that's more convenient for most board members and facility folks usually. Most of the time it's after hours for one, but it's also not impeding the regular traffic that's taking place. So, but it's a good opportunity for the board to familiarize yourself a little more with some of the organizations and locations and what they offer. The realms of cultural tourism.
And it's been pretty historical to try to make this happen because
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Well, especially because there was a time when we actually used to meet at all the different places.
Yep.
But then rules changed and now we get to meet at one place.
Well, technology
Technology.
was the biggest issue, really.
We'll just wait, like,
Sometimes-
technology will change again and then we'll just put on
Technology
glasses.
may be a little easier now.
We could still meet somewhere.
Yeah.
We just have to have a hybrid meeting with both Zoom
Have
and
access to
Google Drive.
Wi-Fi.
I mean, I think the big thing is, the only thing business wise, since we are quiet in the summer, is if we were to review our application for refinements. I think we made a pretty good significant number of refinements with last year. And this year
How do you guys, board members, feel about the process? How did the process work for you guys? We got information from applicants.
Could you put
I thought it went well. Haven't done anything like the process, but I do think it was pretty intuitive. Being my lack of experience.
right, I
Being
mean,
brand new.
first year.
Yeah.
So scoring, because I know that was one of it was on our end of like scoring it, there was, I don't want to say question, but it was to try and streamline it for us for scoring to make it easier to match up what we are expecting or what we are asking with like how we score. But like, how was the scoring for you guys? Did you feel it helps, like, because we created the rubric, it was Chris, you know,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
It was pretty clear to me, it just like, you know, I was like going like, okay, this is gonna take some time and I just had to like buckle down and do it. But then again, at first it was like, I saw, I'm like, oh, there's only like 6 of them. And then I went to the other pages. I'm like, oh, wait, no, there's a million of them.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty straightforward, just.
Yeah, all of
Lots
our
of-
work gets done. It's, yeah, our heavy lift is once those applications are in, for us is reading and scoring and all that. Hence why our summers are kind of light.
Yeah, it took me a minute to just take a deep breath and figure it out. And
Yeah.
Chrissy and Kelly both were very, like, Chrissy, you got this, just do it, shut up.
Never seen.
But all 4 of us are new, this was all 4 of our first year.
Right.
Glad we made the changes that we made, if it helped to get to this point, so.
Yeah.
I didn't see any like kind of tripping hazards on our end.
We have 2 applicants here. Any feedback?
Was my first round, but I mean, I feel like the support that I need is here. And I feel like I can ask questions at any time, which is helpful instead of just being intimidated. But yeah, no, I thought everything was pretty clear.
Agreed.
It's not a requirement to make a subcommittee when there's no pending feedback.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to remember what feedback I had in my head of like, we have another year to ensure that that application is like ironed and perfect.
Well,
So-
pretty sky, I mean, eight tens.
Yeah. Can I ask them questions now?
Please.
Okay, excellent. So, yeah. They're really long. Like the answers are all really
Oh,
long.
you mean you don't like?
So I just
It's not
curious,
just
like, I don't know, did anybody else?
Yeah, like some were longer than others. I felt like, you know, some kind of like got right to the point and others I felt like were kind of copied and pasted from certain things and were a little redundant, but yeah, it was.
Well, and
were
some you
longer.
can tell were chat. You know, like they plugged it into chat. Copy
Yeah.
pasted from that, so, and that's great. I love everybody's passion that put into that. I'm just curious. I think my, feedback, and maybe I wasn't clear that I also could put in on the survey. Yeah, but just, yeah, less is more in some instances.
I agree that last.
Yeah, I just, not that I wanted to make my time easier, but I want to work smarter, not
Yes.
harder on that. And, there's some things that just wasn't relevant.
I think this is me wearing two hats right now as someone who works for an arts organization. And the passion I see in arts organizations is that sometimes they're verbose and just like to talk a lot.
Oh, okay.
Because they like to share their story, because that's like been one of those things in arts, is like, you know, we share those stories to make people as passionate as us. Which means that really sometimes takes a while for them to get to like the meeting answer. It's like, yeah, which is why we, you know, cut down, try to shrink the space. And some just really do fill that space. You give them 5,000 characters, they use 5,000 characters.
Right.
There was some with the opposite where it was all numbers, but very little like that passion-y talk.
Yeah.
So there was some of the
Yeah,
Yeah,
opposite.
and there were some that have applied before and just use the same information and pull it over and over for years and don't update. That's where it can, I'm like, use information from last year. If it's easier, great, but please update it so that it's relevant to what you're doing or what we're asking.
well, and then also adding like on this section, and I don't remember the number, I'm sorry, but like where it says how many room nights, like, you know, the
Yeah.
accountability part of, yeah. Like, I don't care, like, hey, we went and saw, you know, Tiffany over at the Holiday Inn, like, I wanna know who,
But we did talk about adding something
like,
about
how,
accountability or just that,
yeah, just,
the offer of like reaching out to hoteliers.
yeah, just adding that, like, what hotel did you partner with?
Right.
I think it's a bonus, maybe,
Yeah.
like bonus point, like, did you actually partner with a hotel? If so, who?
Or did you even contact one?
Did you
Right.
contact one? That could be like a good
Yeah.
bonus point, cause. Or even a real point, but yeah, I agree that.
Yeah, just,
Or something factored in.
Yeah, cause
Even
some
if-
of them don't
yeah.
really require out of stays when there's, some of them are like just locally things,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, on that end, I think if we, as a board, sat here and asked everybody that applied, where did you get your information on room nights? Where did this information come from? I think we'd be surprised by response. I don't know that, I would have a hard time as an organization to say, yeah, we brought in 90 guest rooms and back it up. So I don't really know what to do with that.
Well, it is part of the application, they have to, of course, project potentially how many out of town guests, which doesn't necessarily mean, it just means they come from more than 50 miles away. Like, doesn't, yeah, we can't completely
Right.
verify. But I think what Christy has talked about before is that she's not hearing from the people who are saying that they're having out of town guests who do stay, and she's not hearing from any of the events to even show any interest of, and it's not like they have to pay for you giving a discount.
no,
So-
and it's any hotel, like, I mean, I wanna share, like, it's not just about the grant, it's, you know. I can hook you up with whomever, depending on, and it's not even about the number, it's just, I wanna see the effort to fill that pipeline. To back up that number, yeah. I mean, that's it, that's the bottom line, I just wanna see an effort
Yeah.
was made.
So Chris, if we wanted to add something, because I know we talked about adding into the manual of like, hey, here's another resource.
Mhm.
Could we just put it in as a resource, encouraging people? Sometimes I wonder if people read the manual. I print words for a living and I know that people don't read words and I still print them. And I know some people read them. Pictures go further.
Worth 1,000 words.
They are.
I hesitate to bring this up. I don't want to volunteer Trail Salem for anything, but I know there are tools where we could like plug in certain dates or certain and kind of get historic information or help organizations produce historic numbers. Yeah, pretty sure that something like that exists.
I know that there was.
Yeah, maybe just making that resource available or brokering that conversation of how to, you know, how do you get these numbers? Like, how do you get historic numbers? Might be helpful.
Yeah, that might, but I think it's also in the, just encouraging those organizations. Encouraging when they're applying for the grant. Once they receive it, or as they're thinking about how they are marketing or how they are promoting what they're doing, to be contacting Christie and or another hotelier.
So
I think putting it in for our resources.
So one of the questions on the reporting side of things is, what was the most effective resource used for marketing and promotion?
This is press plays, so I already know what that one is.
How did
but
that get
yes,
up there?
Yes. Yeah,
It is one of the questions up there that's on the reporting side of things.
but I think that's talking about like resources used. I think it's us letting them know this is a resource
That
because
they have a resource, so-
like
So it's just a
some,
matter of adding it to the grant manual.
I
saying,
think
hey,
so. I think that that's our first place to start, because I think the big thing is they don't necessarily realize that they can ask a hotelier for a discount to try and help support and promote, because I mean, Christy will put everything up on the, and I mean.
How
they can
would,
put
how
the
would that work?
information up.
How does an organization go about doing that?
Yeah. Jane with Quiltopia. Yeah, and we've been sponsoring Quiltopia for years and years, but she just phone call, email, hey, do you have time to meet? I was gonna run this by you, Tom at Theater 33, you know, I mean, it just starts with a phone call, sometimes through the front desk and a voicemail.
So really, in the resource manual, we could say, we could write something up about, you know, the hoteliers and hospitality, there's often incentive to get people to stay is like discounts or making connections to.
You're right.
And then we
Yeah.
can just list out the hotels.
Yeah, I mean, or even if it's digital, do you print it or is it digital?
It's both.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the website,
It's
they
on
can
the
they download the manual and look through it.
I mean, even a direct link back to Travel Salem, I mean,
Yeah.
to the lodging page, that lists everybody.
I hate to say it, because the more we have to make it, more we make people click, the further, like, the less likely are they going to.
Right.
So I'd say us giving them a list of here's the hotels and their
There you go.
websites.
That works
Or
too.
something to contact directly that way.
But isn't there also an opportunity to submit through Trail Salem?
Yeah.
And then we know that they actually did get out to all the hotels?
Yeah.
So beyond just.
Well,
like
that's like
listing
press
hotels.
release stuff, because they can send Kara press releases.
No, they can send events, you can.
Oh, yeah, well, I understand, but-
Yeah,
But I'm thinking
And yeah,
like,
they could send all that to us,
yeah, but I mean, they can like email you and talk to you too. Of course.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I
so
think we're on there on those resources. I can't do
Yeah.
that, sorry.
Yeah.
it's
I
little,
think-
but yeah, like
Um,
Jane brought her for, yeah, 2 cohorts and the 3 of us had a conversation about what, you know, what the grand was gonna, I mean, they
Yeah,
display
how to
the
support
quotes and
stuff like
everything.
that.
Discount, you know, I mean, we talked
Right.
about everything and, yeah. I mean, it's easy. It doesn't cost them anything. It's a great way to help, you know, to get the community involved with, I mean, we want to give people a discount, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
the front desk is trained to say, hey, what brings you to Salem, you know? Let me hook you up. Yeah,
So I think just adding something to the manual,
Language and
yeah,
location.
about contacting, and I mean, obviously, we know Travel Salem's in there as a resource, maybe we need to like add some additional language like, hey, you can contact Travel Salem about this, or here's like the list of hoteliers or something that just,
There's something along the lines of, you know, if your organization's putting on an event that you know there may
That's
be
out
an
of
interest
town,
in having
yeah.
an overnight stay,
yeah,
please contact and reach out to both Travel Salem as well as some of our local hotels
yeah,
for incentives and discounts for money. Overnight stays.
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah, I think that's, I mean, it really is just an incentive and
right,
on their end, it really just takes, you know, adding something to their website or, you know,
right, like
their
we're
brochure
partnered
or
with, or like,
whatever, you know,
get a hotel here. Yeah.
right?
And I know I know one of our questions that we ask is like, how do you use, like, about marketing is like, are you using Travel Salem's free services and what other are you doing? So,
That's in the application.
yeah,
Has
Or
that
it's
been
in the-
reviewed in a while, Chris? I don't know if I've looked at it. Can I review it before next year, just to make sure that it's all still like,
I've clicked on the
Oh.
link and it takes me to you guys' website for the free events type things.
If you want me to write that out, like detail it, it's a lot easier to do that.
Yeah.
Bundling through it.
No.
Anyway,
I think if you would write something and send it
Okay.
to Chris, then that would definitely help.
got it.
Cause you also know that streamline what. Yeah, how to get a hold of you or another hotelier, or what they should ask for, or what,
Yeah, exactly. And we'll just make it easy.
that's great. Okay. Anything else we wanna talk about? Well, with that then, I would like to adjourn this meeting. 7:02. Just trying to get it to 7.
You missed a time.
I know, I missed my 2 minutes. Oh,
Blame the technology.
yeah. No, I still kept it. Oh, okay. I was just trying to get it under 7. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thanks for coming. I'll let you know about next month.
Yes. Where we go next?